thing, because I don't think the average person understands that there is a difference in chiropractic care. That I think they just, assume it's all the same.
People assume it's all the same. And my own personal belief is that our profession has not done a good job of communicating with the public and saying, hey, there's all these different techniques out there. Go find somebody that you connect with. It's like everything. You're talking about business networking earlier with the last guest, that it's about making a connection with people. I often make this connection, especially for women, really connect with this. If you didn't have a connection with your gynecologist, or you didn't like them, would you keep going to them, or would you go and find somebody else?
Or even your GP doctor, it's the same thing.
Exactly.
Joe, sorry,
That's
Joe,
okay.
I know you for so long.
We've known each other for a while, so.
And I should be Dr. Joe.
It's okay.
What made you decide to be a chiropractor as opposed to being a doctor or something of that nature?
It's interesting. I had actually always had the idea that I wanted to be a doctor, and in fact, when I started university at McMaster, that's why I went to university in the science program, and I quickly recognized that a lot of people that were in the sort of pre-med, and practically everybody that's in science wants to be pre-med, and so it's very, very competitive, and there wasn't a real feeling of family and connection. I had just started going to chiropractor at that point, so I really didn't know a lot about it at that time. And I actually, in my first year in university, got sick, and I was in the hospital for 2 weeks. McMaster has a hospital right on campus, and I had an IV in my arm. I lost 30 pounds in about 5 days from an infection. And they wanted to do a whole bunch, they wanted to do exploratory surgery and all this kind of stuff. And I was like, no way, man. If you don't know what's going on, and you're not going to start cutting my throat open and exploring around there. And in that moment, I said, there's got to be another way to health and well-being than this.
So a more natural
way. And when I went back the following summer to my chiropractor, he started talking to me about the power that made your body can heal your body. This life force, or this vital force that's within you that created you, can also heal you. And I was like, that's what I want to do. And interestingly, it was still almost another 10 years before I ended up going to chiropractic college, because I still thought I wanted to be into physiotherapy or occupational therapy or something like that. And when I finally made the decision, no, it's chiropractic, that's what I did. I got in, and here I am now, graduated. We actually have our 10-year class reunion this year.
Wow.
So,
Party time.
Party time.
Okay.
Is this treatment covered by OHIP?
No, there is no chiropractic care covered by OHIP. We were delisted from OHIP about 5 years ago now. And so some people have challenge with finances and that, but it is covered under most people's extended health care plans as chiropractic. So I still am a licensed chiropractor, have a registration number with the College of Chiropractors of Ontario, and yeah.
So I've got a question.
Sure.
This network spinal analysis, do you think, just based on your experience
Yep.
with it, what it can do, and contrasting it with traditional chiropractic, does this have the potential to overtake traditional chiropractic? Because it sounds like it can do everything that traditional chiropractic
Right.
does and more,
Right.
possibly, but it's gentler,
Right.
perhaps less risky. I don't know.
There's definitely a component of the, and I'm going to use the short form NSA for network spinal analysis, that is still in the realm of chiropractic. There's another part of it that goes far beyond chiropractic and what I believe is where our society is going in well-being, and we call reorganizational living. And this is the idea that rather than looking at our symptoms, our pains, and our life as that there's something wrong with us and we need to be fixed, it's these symptoms and these pains are actually cues to what we need to change in our life. There's nothing wrong with us. We are not broken. We don't need to be fixed, and we just maybe need to make some changes in our life. Mm-hmm. And when we get these aches and pains, it's simply our body and our mind telling us, hey, you need to change. Stop what you're doing. Pay attention to what's going on in your life, and do something different, or be something different. Mm-hmm. So it's almost along the lines of, looking at stuff like Tony Robbins, Richard Dolan, I think, was mentioned in the last segment as well. People who are talking about using the power of your mind to create the life that you want. So there's definitely a more advanced component to the NSA that has that, rather than the traditional.
Now, we were also chatting, and you were telling me that in addition to this technique you
Yep.
use, you have some other products that you've introduced as well.
Correct.
And I believe it's a juice.
Juice Plus.
Yeah, so would you like to talk
Sure.
a little bit about that?
As a chiropractor and a small business owner, we get approached almost on a daily basis with people wanting us to carry their products, especially vitamins and supplements. Nutrition is a huge part of what we do in our office as well. And I won't sell anything in my office that I don't actually use in my own life. And for a long time, I wasn't even taking vitamins and supplements because I just felt that they weren't being absorbed by my body and they weren't being used, and I was just basically peeing them out. So I was spending $150, $200 a month on all these supplements, and they weren't doing me any good. They're synthetic, and they're not in a form the body can absorb. When I was approached about Juice Plus, it just made a whole lot of sense to me because it's actually whole foods. And basically what the whole concept of it is most people don't eat 10 to 13 servings of raw fruits and vegetables a day, and we know that also if you want to eat more than that, it's even more beneficial to you. What Juice Plus does, it bridges the gap between what you're eating in your diet currently and what you should be eating. So basically what they do is they take all these fruits and vegetables and at low temperature make a juice out of it and then a powder and put it in a capsule, and you can take it twice a day. And since I started taking it just at the beginning of this new year, I've noticed my energy throughout the day is more steady. I don't get sugar cravings in the middle of the afternoon around 3 o'clock like I normally would. And in fact, since I started taking Juice Plus, I actually go out seeking out more fruits and vegetables to eat just as a result of taking the product.
Because your body gets used to it.
Body starts
wants,
to crave
right?
it even more. Yeah.
And are you an exclusive distributor of Juice Plus for chiropractic?
No, what Juice Plus is similar to other multi-level type companies. They have also, what I also liked about it was it wasn't straight multi-level. The people at the top make all the money. The people at the bottom don't make any money. They took elements of franchising. They took elements of traditional corporate structure as far as benefits plans and stuff like that, as well as some of the multi-level stuff, and put it all the best of all worlds. And it just makes a lot of sense to me. And there's plenty of people around town that are doing that. So.
That's great. So for people out there right now, they're watching, they're resonating. As you
Right.
said, it's really, you got to find a practitioner that you feel comfortable
Absolutely.
with, you got some chemistry with, that
Yep.
you're just resonating with. So, if people are watching this right now and they're doing that,
Yep.
what's the best way for them to get in touch with you?
So the best way to get in touch with us is you can either call us at the office, it's 905-953-0030, or through our website, it's www.phoenixnetworkcare.com. Phoenix is spelled like the city, Phoenix. And we have lots of resources there on the website. You can follow me on Facebook through that page, Twitter. I have a blog there as well. I have lots of videos even on the website, some recordings of talks that I've done at the office. I do those talks on a monthly basis. I do a demonstration of Juice Plus in the office on a monthly basis as well. All that stuff's on my website under event listing.
And where is the office?
My office is in Newmarket. So for those of you listening in downtown Toronto, that's that town that's about 40 minutes north of downtown, up the top of the 404.
Or just take Yonge Street all
Or
the
just
way
take-
to Davis Drive, and
And then go right, and I'm over at Main Street
Yeah.
and Davis Drive.
And you do have a giveaway today, which I
do have
wanted
a
to
giveaway.
re-mention,
Yeah.
which is a visit with a follow-up valued at $120 to the first caller in. So again,
Actually, it's not the first caller in.
Oh,
They just
sorry.
simply have to call us or email us at the office and say that they heard this program, and we'll honor as many people as that is. So basically, it's your initial visit where we do a full consultation and assessment of your spine and your nervous system, along including digital posture pictures, because our posture reflects how we feel and what we're thinking, and also the follow-up visit where we report to you everything that we found and give you our recommendations for care. So it's $120 value.
that's
Great.
amazing. So we don't have to give the number out, but we've given yours. So we hope that you get a lot of response on that.
well, we should give out your email address then.
Sure, it's Dr. Joe, DRJOE, at phoenixnetworkcare.com.
Okay.
Okay, so thank you so much for being here with us and telling us all this great
Absolutely.
information today. And of course, it's nice seeing you. It's been a year or so.
It has been, yeah.
Yes, it has, since we stopped going to the
Yeah,
executive
Jeanette and I
mentor.
used to be in a networking group together for a long time. So
I understand.
yes.
Okay, great. Dr. Joe, great to meet you. Great
And
to have this
we'll be
conversation.
right
Thanks.
back with Marilyn Dershowitz and the brutal truth, bullying the roots of.
Stay tuned for the brutal truth.
Tons of metal, shiny silver steel. I am heavy on the pedal, all my weight upon the wheel, riding high above the highway, up above the rules. I am late for my delivery and burning up my fuel. Slow me down, slow me down, slow me.
Did you know it only takes 7 seconds to make a first impression? Hi, I'm Dr. Joe Piazza from Phoenix Network Care. Change the first impressions you make. Look good, feel good, and have fun doing it. Rediscover your inner connection to peace, ease, and well-being. This will reflect in your outer posture and the first impressions you make. You can contact me at phoenixnetworkcare.com 905-953-0030. phoenixnetworkcare.com 905-953-0030.
Slow me down, slow me down. Funny how it hits you as you pick up speed. The things you put behind you are the things you really need. You can see them in the mirror, in the twilight glow. They are always on your shoulder. Never mind how fast you go. Slow me down, slow me down, slow me down. Well, they say I've got it in me, everything I need to keep these wheels in motion as I regulate my speed.